000Gallon countertop water filter. They are slim and sleek in design. They attach easily to any faucet. All you do is take the little ring off the bottom of the faucet, screw this on. There you go. This is a diverter valve, which actually turns the filter on and off. You know, sometimes you're watering plants. You don't want to use your filtered water, whatever. You know, sometimes you're washing dishes and stuff. You don't need to filter the water to wash dishes. You can turn that on and off. The filter that's inside this never needs to be replaced. It's not one of those buy the system and every 3 months buy a new filter. The filter lasts the life of this. If you want to know how long this will last, well, I want you to think about this. This will do 300,000 bottles of water. 300,000 bottles of water. If you're paying $1 each for those bottles, that's $300,000 for the life of this, okay? Or you can spend $44.95. I have it in black, I have it in white, I have it in red. The key to this whole thing is what's inside this magic filter. Let me introduce you to the magic man himself, Mr. Bob Circosta. Bob, hey, I get to work with you twice in a week. This is my pleasure, my friend. Good to see you.
Oh, my pleasure. Always a delight to be with you, Guy. And talk about a clever item. Have you ever heard of a water filter where you don't have to replace the filter? Ever? Well, that's what we're talking about here with the Clean and Pure. Like you just said, it's the Ultra. This is the most powerful water filter that we've ever offered here on HSN. This water filter is going to give you and your family 40 years. That's right, 40 years and 40,000 gallons of great tasting water. As you pointed out, that's the equivalent of over 300,000 of these. But in addition to that, like you said, you never ever have to go back to the store and replace a filter. You don't spend another penny for the Clean and Pure. Here's a very good water filter on the market. However, every 6 weeks, every 100 gallons, you've got to go back and spend another $25, $35, whatever the case is, month after month, year after year, decade after decade. Again, you never, ever have to do that with a Clean and Pure. There is no other water filter available on the market today, anywhere in the world, like the Clean and Pure, and it is exclusive to you here at HSN. Now, let me demonstrate what I'm talking about. Here's what I've done on purpose. I've colored the water green over here to kind of represent all the bad stuff in the water, whether it be chlorine or the bad odor or the bad taste, all the reasons why we don't drink water, and we know we need to. We know it's good for our health and our well-being, no question about that, but we come up with reasons why we don't drink it from the tap, and we also come up with reasons why we need to go out and spend a lot of money on the bottled water. You're not going to have to do that anymore. Now, Guy talked about an old diverter switch right on the side. When I flip that switch, this is going to go, this bad water is going to go through not 3, not 4, not even 5, but 6 stages of filtration. And there's a look at all the stages. The water comes in from underneath and it goes through. We've added garnet to this filtration process, and I'll talk more about that in just a moment. But let me flip this switch here, and I want you to see what is going to happen to this green water when it goes through all of those 6 stages. I'll flip it there. Keep your eye right over here. I'll flip the switch, and it's going to come out nice and clean, nice and pure every single time you turn that faucet on, not for the next year or 10 years or 20 years, but Guy, for the next 40 years or more, you never have to worry about bad tasting water, and you never have to worry about spending another penny on a filter or anything like that.
I know you're going to break down what's inside, because I call it the magic filter, because anything that can last up to 40 years to me is great. And listen, and you know what I love about the way you do it too, Bob, is listen, we're not poo-pooing the other filters on the market. What we're saying is, if you don't want the hassle of having to replace or the cost, because I mean, let's face it, you know, a lot of these companies, they give you the stapler because they know you got to buy staples. And they know you got to buy them all the time. We're giving you not only the stapler, but a lifetime of staples. You never have to deal with it again. This also can be attached to a bathroom sink, you know, any of your basic sinks that have the same little screw on the bottom, and almost all of them do, so that if you want to have fresh, clean water while you're brushing your teeth, or fresh clean water while your kids are brushing their teeth. Or if you want to have it, maybe you've got a little area where you do your makeup, wherever it is, or maybe you've got a separate sink outside in your workroom and you want to have fresh water. It's the way to do it. It's a customer pick on hsn.com with over 585-star reviews. Longest running product here at HSN for good reason. And you know, Bob, we all know we need to drink good crystal clear water, but I told you the story last time when I moved to Florida, and I've lived up in New England, I lived out in Arizona, and you know, that water's coming from Lake Powell, buddy. It's traveling hundreds and thousands of feet to get. Yeah, so when you get that water, you have to have a way to be able to clean it. But when I moved to Florida, the guy checked my water. He goes, "This is some of the worst water I've ever seen. You're not drinking this, are you?" This has built-in levels that are going to help to clean even the worst or the hardest water.
And unique. I mean, this is the only water filter in the world where you'll find this particular filtering process. I love your analogy, by the way, with the staples and everything. That's perfect, my friend. Perfect. Okay, but that's the question I get all the time. Bob, how could this water filter last 40 years? You mean I never have to spend another penny? The answer is inside the magic. I'll take a water filter. Let's open it up inside. The water comes in from underneath. It hits that initial micron layer. Then it goes to that gold area. That's KDF, which is a special electrochemical process. And then, as I said, we added garnet to this. Why garnet? Yeah, just like the gemstone. Why garnet? Because of the density of garnet, it's able to trap the tiniest of particulates. Then you hit another micron layer. Then you see the large black area. That's actually recycled coconut shell. So it's good for the environment. But in addition to that, it acts as an ionizer. It balances that water. We've heard of ionizers when it comes to our air, making our air better. This is ionizing your water, making your water better. And then at the very top, you have another micron layer that is tucked in at the top. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about here. You see the pink in this water, in this beaker. That means there is definitely chlorine in this water. And I know that because we took it from the tap and then we used a pool testing kit and it turned pink like that, which tells us only one thing. We know that there is, I'm looking for my, hold on, where is the, hey, Mike, do you see the, yeah, remember I broke up the, hold on, don't go anywhere, folks.
No, I like this because now you baited us. We're waiting.
Wait a minute, it was right in front of me. Oh my goodness, it was right here.
It's all good, Bob.
What I did, I took some of the filter and I kind of ground it up, okay? Now, here's what happens. Now, keep in mind, pink in the water means there's chlorine. Just one of the, look at that. It is gone. I got to do it again. It happens so fast. What this means to you is, once I can find it, what this means to you is that every time you turn that tap on, look at that. You're going to have clear, great tasting water for the next 40 years or more and never, ever have to spend another penny to replace a filter or never have to spend another penny on bottled water. Like you said, 300, if these are $1, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, well,
$300,000.
And Bob, you know, if you're thirsty, you know, you're not like your dog. You're not going to go out to your swimming pool and drink water, right? Which is full of chlorine.
Right.
You're not going to do that.
Right.
You know, chlorine is basically a germ and bacteria killer. That's why we put it in our pools. You know, we don't want to get staph or anything, which I get that. We don't like it, but we tolerate it. We sure as heck don't want to drink chlorinated water. And chlorine is just one of the things that's in your water. There are particulates, there are contaminants. Yep. If your water smells bad, that's a flag. Here on the 4th of July, that's a big flag, okay? That's telling you should not drink it. If something smells really bad outside of cheese, you probably shouldn't eat it, okay? You know, it means that there's either something decaying in there, or it could be, you know, Bob, a lot of times we hear about sulfur in the water, hard water. You know, not all minerals are ones that you want to be drinking, okay? So this is going to take, through all those different levels, this is going to take that out of the water so you get the purest, cleanest drinking water. And Bob, I know, you know, you probably know this, or maybe you've heard me say in the past, my brother used to own a water company. And he would say, let me tell you, he would go to businesses and he would install water systems that would use not only reverse osmosis, but several other ways to be able to clean water, because the water in the corporations and buildings was terrible. And it was so expensive for them to do bottled water that he came up with this system, and he was extremely successful doing that. This is on a smaller level, the same thing. You are creating a system to clean your own water. It's more economical. It's going to last you up to 40 years. So it's not one of those, okay, buy this and then give us more money every 3 months so that we can maintain. It's a great, great way for you to be able to manage your finances and get great, clean drinking water. And Bob, if you love water, I got to imagine anything you're putting this water in is going to be better too, right?
Oh, no question about it. And water is life, basically. I mean, we all know we need to drink water. Drinking water is paramount importance to our good health and our well-being. So we know we need to drink it. And that's why we're willing to go out and spend a crazy amount of money on bottled water. You're never, oh, by the way, the bottled water companies never have to tell you how they filter their water. I just showed you the exact process with the Clean and Pure of how your water is filtered. So you know everything that's involved in this. Now, you talked about the customer pick a little bit earlier. And how many reviews are there? There were like hundreds and hundreds.
I just counted the 5 stars were 580. 580 people. And that's just, you know, we changed the item numbers so they get refreshed from time to time. 580, how many, I mean, you got 580 people that are actually taking the time to say they love this. It's crazy.
Exactly. And Guy, that's not because of how the unit looks. Right. It's because how the water tastes.
Yes.
That's the bottom line. So that's why I give you my personal guarantee. Allow us to